Hi, Mystery Recapped here. Today, I am going to explain an episode called The Rank from the Thai mystery thriller series called Girl from Nowhere. Spoilers ahead, watch out, and take care. The movie begins in an all-girls high school in Thailand that is different from ordinary schools because it values beauty more than it values education. In the opening scene, the director of the school announces that the finals of the annual Shining Star competition will be held soon. The top 10 beautiful girls of the school will be awarded, among whom one will be named the Shining Star of the Year. The only category the students need to exceed in order to get the award is beauty. The director claims that the winner will receive an honorary trophy, as well as a special prize, along with several other privileges throughout the rest of the year. The top 10 contestants will also receive extraordinary privileges. She ends the announcement by saying that there are no ugly people in the world, just lazy ones. A new student, Nanno, is in front of the school when a thin leaf falls on her and makes a tiny cut on her cheek. She doesn't flinch or look surprised, almost as if she had been expecting it. But with the scar on her face, she can hardly be the winner of the beauty competition. In the following scene, we are introduced to one of the popular girls named Ying. She is currently ranked in the 10th position on the beauty chart and is famously known as Princess 10. As she walks through the hallways, her classmates try to snap a picture of her to admire her beauty. The new girl, Nanno, enters the classroom and is made to sit beside Ying by the teacher. Ying is also the class leader, so the teacher wants her to help Nanno catch up with the others. Ying happily welcomes the new girl to the seat beside her, but it isn't clear if she genuinely wants to be Nanno's friend or considers her an enemy. Nanno is just as beautiful as Ying, if not even prettier, which is clearly making Ying uncomfortable. Her face glows in happiness when she sees the scar on Nanno's face. To act sympathetic, she asks her what happened. Nanno tries to dismiss the matter, but Ying claims that in their school, they must take good care of themselves, and a scar on the face is a huge problem. Their conversation is interrupted when the teacher asks them to keep quiet. After the class, Ying brings Nanno to the top 10 tower. It is a building exclusive to the girls who are on the top 10 beauty list. The tower provides them with tasty food, expensive makeup, a never-ending list of reasons to remain vain and useless, and a luxurious lifestyle that ordinary students are not privileged with. Every student has a rank in the beauty list that is updated in real time. If anyone's face loses its beauty, their rank drops immediately. They all have an application that shows the ranks of all students. Since a top 10 can bring one friend inside the tower, Ying asks Nanno to come with her. Nanno is fascinated by the luxurious interior. They eat a wonderful lunch while talking about several things. Nanno thanks Ying for providing her with such a great opportunity to be her friend. However, Ying's intention is not as good as she thinks it is. She boasts about her lifestyle as a top 10 and claims that if Nanno wasn't her friend, she would have to eat with ordinary people in the school cafeteria. Nanno compliments her, commenting that she is very down-to-earth, which couldn't be further away from the truth. In reality, Ying will do anything to stay in the top 10 and can hardly survive outside. After the meal, Nanno brings out a bar of chocolate and starts to eat it. Ying looks at the chocolate, wanting to try it but scared of gaining weight. When Nanno insists, she takes a small bite of it. Following that, a girl named Champu approaches Ying, calling her Princess 10. She has been Ying's minion for the past few years. Before Nanno, Ying used to bring her to the tower as her friend. So, Champu is hurt when she sees them together. To make her feel better, Ying hands her a piece of cake. The workers drag Champu out because she isn't allowed to step inside the tower without a friend. After she is out, Ying says that she feels bad for Champu because she has an ugly nose and a big forehead. Nanno eyes Ying, knowing very well that she deems other people inferior to her because she is prettier. Just then, the bell rings, notifying them that the number 1 on the beauty list and the queen of the school, Gade, has arrived. They welcome her like an actual queen as she descends from the stairs. Ying introduces the rest of the beautiful girls to Nanno. To make Ying feel better about herself, Nanno comments that she is as beautiful as Gade, so she deserves to be this year's queen. Ying then urges her to scan her face on the app and see what rank she's in, but her face drops when the app says Nanno is in 11th place. She is surprised to see her new friend is also her biggest competition. Ying congratulates Nanno, but worry is evident on her face. When she leaves, we see Nanno looking at her smugly. She knows that Ying is pretending to be a good person. She has only befriended her to teach her a lesson. The following day is the worst one for Ying because she wakes up with a large pimple on her nose. She is then informed by the app that she has dropped to the 11th position because of the pimple. Nanno has taken her place in the top 10 beauty list. She pops the pimple, which makes it even worse. At school, the girls who once used to follow her around for a picture now start to make fun of her red nose. Ying's day only gets worse when she sees that her minions have surrounded Nanno and are praising her beauty. When she walks in, everyone goes silent. To add to her misery, Nanno calls her Princess 10. Ying laughs it off, trying to make it seem like she doesn't care about the ranking, but she is visibly jealous when she sees Nanno wearing a bow that is exclusive to the top 10 girls. A girl asks her if she had just eaten sweet stuff for her to get the pimple. Just then, Ying remembers the chocolate Nanno had given her. She starts to suspect her for deliberately feeding her sweets so she would get a pimple. During the lunch break, Ying walks into the top 10 tower out of habit, but the workers ask her to get out. Nanno tries to help her, saying that she can be her +1, but the former Princess 10 says she misses the cafeteria's food and leaves. However, after eating the first bite of the food from there, she almost chokes. The other students laugh at her reaction to their peasant food, making her feel worse. She then goes to the public washroom, which is even worse still. She places toilet paper on the floor to step inside, but has to run out midway when a lizard falls to the ground near her. A lizard? Suffice it to say that she is miserable outside the luxury of the top 10 tower. She is looking for cosmetic procedures in a magazine when one of her former minions tells her that she is now in the 6th position of the top 10 list. Ying is left speechless. Everyone she thought was lesser than she is now getting on the list. She runs away crying at the thought of no longer being beautiful. The following day, she dreams of winning the Shining Star Award, but the director screams after looking at her acne-filled face. She wakes up panting from the nightmare and notices that her rank has dropped to number 21. Her face has 2 more pimples, which means she won't be getting back on the list anytime soon. She goes to the school with a face mask on and stares at the top 10 tower longingly. Later, we see her at the pharmacy, looking for medicine to treat her acne. She meets Nanno there and runs away, embarrassed of her face. Outside the shop, she bumps into Champu, but doesn't talk to her. Nanno whispers something in Champu's ear, planning something else for Ying's downfall. The following morning, Ying wakes up to see her acne has cleared up completely, thanks to the medication. She squeals in happiness when she notices she is back to being number 10 on the list. She is overly jolly at school, which even her friends think is weird. She asks one of her minions to play swing with her, but she declines. Instead, the girl shows her the new ranking, which says she is still at number 11. Ying is once again devastated. Nanno tries to make her feel better and asks her to join her in the swing. However, Ying has different plans. She has had enough of playing it safe, hence, to get a position in the list, she pushes Nanno off the swing. The poor girl falls face first and bruises her eyes. Because of this, she drops from the ranking, and Ying gets back to being Princess 10. She then snatches Nanno's bow tie and walks inside the tower without even bothering to pick her friend up. But as soon as she leaves, Nanno opens her eyes, as if she had already planned this out. Inside the tower, the top 10 girls do not notice Ying on the sofa and start to talk badly about her. They make fun of her for being number 10 her entire life. Queen Gade claims that Ying's mother's genes are to blame for her failure in life. The girls laugh, while Ying listens to them and burns with anger. After they leave, she decides to take revenge on all of them and become the next shining star. She executes her plan that very day. First, she attacks the girl in 6th position with a wild cat that scratches her face. Then she puts ants on the towel that 2 of the girls use on their faces. By the 3rd time, she grows impatient. She knocks a girl unconscious and trims her hair and eyebrows. For the girls in 2nd and 3rd positions, she mixes a chemical in their drinks, which gives them hairy faces. Now the only person she has to defeat is Gade. She mixes permanent dye with a face cream, which makes Gade's face turn green. Since the ranks are changing so much, the top beauty app glitches. The following day, Ying comes to school and sees no one around. The trash from the previous days hasn't been cleaned, and the top 10 tower is also in bad condition. She walks in and sees Nanno inside. It turns out that since most of the top 10 girls have dropped to the bottom of the list, even with a bruised face, Nanno is in 3rd position. As they talk, Gade walks down the stairs with makeup to cover up her green face. Ying is left speechless. She doesn't want to go back to being just a 10th place after having done so much to be the shining star. Gade makes fun of her, claiming that someone like her doesn't have what it takes to be a star. Ying grows furious and attacks Gade. The two get into a fight in which both of their faces are ruined. Gade's makeup is removed, while Ying gets bruises and bite marks on her. After knocking Gade out, Ying runs to the auditorium where the new shining star is being announced. After some time, the much-awaited Shining Star winner is announced to be a girl that no one has ever seen. Ying retaliates and asks for a re-evaluation because the winner doesn't even go to their school. Only then, it is revealed that the winner is Champu, who has had a huge glow-up. She thanks the audience in her regular stammering voice as the former top 10 girls look at her in jealousy. Nanno smiles while looking at Champu, suggesting that this had been her plan the entire time. Subscribe for more videos like this, turn on notifications, and leave a like to help the channel out. Thank you for watching.